115-112. The Sacramento Kings win tonight in San Antonio on the road against a team that they had to beat last night. They didn't play their best in the second half. Okay, tell of two halves, we understand that. And then tonight, even after all the travel issues and them getting in super late and them being tired, it doesn't matter. I'll read you guys some quotes from De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, etc. We'll also read you the De'Aaron Fox haters, and he has a huge fan base of haters. We'll read some of the comments that I saw on Twitter. It was really off of my tweet. And again, I'm obsessively really trying to, exaggerate some of my tweets just to point out the fact that these haters are just going overboard, right? Trying to call Fox, he doesn't make winning plays, he doesn't make the right play, but in reality is that he is actually part of the solution. He's not part of the problem, and I want people to understand that, and we'll get into all that as well. Harrison Barnes has been playing well after, as Matt Barnes likes to say, he blends in with the rest of the others. And as of late, I think it's been like the last 4 or 5 games, he has played well, has been super efficient, has been playing Harrison Barnes type basketball, which is what we love, right? And then Sabonis had a tough night in terms of scoring, was in foul trouble. He got that stupid foul in that first quarter for no reason, just, climbed over the back of, I forget who it was, and I thought it was out of bounds, but they ended up giving them a cheap foul. The cheap fouls he has to stay away from, honestly. And the reason why I'm so sweaty too, man, I literally just walked in to the house, was hooping. It was fun. We're playing in the adult league in West Sac that starts this Sunday, so we got to get, the juices flowing and all that. It's my first adult league pretty much ever, actually, in my adult life. I've never really, had a team, played on a team. I think I played like one game a few years back, which they invited me on, but I wasn't really part of the team. It was just more of a single game invite. But now, Cowboy King, the basketball team here in West Sac, gonna be fun. Division C, obviously, I'm not in shape to play Division A or Division B. So, we gonna start in Division C, and then gradually, if we play well, move up from there, right? We gotta be in shape, man. Got a kick coming in July, so, whoever's a parent definitely understands that. How you doing, man? Benji, Lakers going out. You ever hoop with Baden Elite Ball? It's top tier and better than the Evolution. I have. I love that ball, actually. I was considering, because I know that Baden does like the initials or like a name or like a customization type thing. And then they were giving out like 10, 15% off. And I don't remember why I didn't pull the trigger, but I didn't, right? And I play with my basketball. I'm slipping on the name right now, but it's a very similar basketball, very much like the Evolution, and they have different colors and they're amazing, just amazing basketball. I've been using it for years now. Took it outside, effed it up, but it's still a very workable basketball. So I don't know why I'm literally slipping on the name. Like it's crazy how my mind just went blank. But yeah, man. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. I know it's late, 11:35, man. I was hoping. Shout out to my boy Giant Asian, man. I just heard a story. I didn't know how good he was in high school. I mean, this dude has scholarships from like everybody in like Division One. I mean, San Jose State, like Oregon, like all these schools, bro. Right? Then he got injured. Late junior year, senior year. But this guy is a freak athletically. He hasn't played basketball in 2 years. Came back today like he never did miss a beat. I mean, this dude, Giant Asian's nice, man. So it was fun playing with them. Shout out to Grant and Brandon as well, who was there before us. They're part of the actual Cowboy Kingdom basketball team. Giant Asian's playing in the Filipino league. So, we'll try to get him on if we don't have enough bodies this week. But hey, let's talk about some Kings basketball. 115-112, literally on Twitter, right? I was documenting the fourth quarter. De'Aaron Fox did not go into the game until the 7:45 mark, and I was laughing. I was like, "Damn, man! I guarantee you, fans will find a way to blame this man if they lose this game. They're up big. I think the biggest lead was like 16-17. The game was tied, right? 7:45 mark. He didn't play. He walks into the game, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's see what he's made out of. He's playing Dejounte Murray, All Star this year. Again, I understand why he made it. Great defensive player. I still think Fox is a better offensive player. And Fox had a very similar season last year where he could have been an All Star. Did not get the nod. We know why, because the national media hates the Kings, and the just national everything hates the Kings, which is fine because they suck. But when you have Dejounte Murray on a bad Spurs team, right? And if we qualify players and we want to evaluate them off of wins and losses, off of results, it's kind of crazy to give the nod to Murray and not to Fox, right? I thought that was crazy. Not to say that Murray didn't deserve it, right? Because DeJounte's having a historical season. I agree. Like, I think he should have made the All Star team. He did. I thought Fox should have made it last year, along with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. But again, last year Mike Conley got the nod, and I think DeMar didn't make it either. Who else didn't make it? Bi did Bi make it last year? I don't think he did, or did he? Either way, there will always be dudes who get left out, right? Because there's only 12 spots, I think, 14 spots. I forget what the number is, but that's my point. How you're viewed, how you're perceived nationally. And De'Aaron Fox has a lot of people who say, well, he's not this, he's not that. But what they fail to acknowledge is the fact that he's actually very good at basketball, right? Last year, borderline all-star every single year, rookie, sophomore, third year, took the huge leap fourth year. This year, when they had Tyrese, they started to split the ball handling duties. And when you have no big man to actually cut off of weak side and off the ball, it makes it hard because you're playing with a perimeter player who, let's be honest, he can't really create his own shot. Like, Tyrese is limited. Yes, he has created his own shot, but he's not a player where I'm like, okay, go one-on-one, go give me a bucket. Like, I'm not confident in him doing that because that's not his game. Like, Tyrese is a great facilitator, loves to get everybody involved, super unselfish, but his game is perimeter based. You can't just throw it in, cut off of that. So, yes, they ran certain sets where Fox did cut off weak side, but it wasn't consistent enough. And when you don't shoot the ball well from three, it's hard to play with another ball dominant point guard. And that was Tyrese Halliburton. And I said it's just not the same when Tyrese isn't getting double teamed. So it's just difficult to play and really catch some rhythm if you're De'Aaron Fox. Again, it's all about optimizing your players. It's about how you set them up to either fail or to succeed. And it was a complete failure in how the first year and a half with Tyrese and with Fox, how it all transpired, right? I get it. Both needed the ball. Like, both were best with the ball in their hands, right? Tyrese got a lot of open shots because of how Fox attacks the basket, how people collapse, and how he could get Tyrese open. And I mean, like, open. Like, Tyrese was extremely open on a lot of his shots. And that's how he shot a high percentage. Because when Tyrese, I think it was like the last 3 weeks of the season, he was getting swatted. And the reason being is because once teams understood that you can put a long defender on him, you can get to that shot because a shot is slow, right? It's kind of funky looking. I understand he was working hard with Rico Hines to really improve and speed up that shot to get it up faster. But the reality is, until that happens on a consistent basis, and now as the guy, apparently he's the guy in Indiana, which I still don't think he's better than Malcolm Brogdon. And let's be honest, he's not. But as the guy and the guy that teams are gonna game plan against, it's gonna be a little bit different, right? And they beat the Magic last night. He had like 10, 11 points. He wasn't playing well, and then Malcolm goes crazy, and the Magic do what Magic does. Like they gave up the game, and then he ended up playing well, but against a good team, that game would have been a blowout regardless. So give him credit for coming back on a bad team. But even a bunch of Pacer guys are already saying what we kept saying, which was like Tyrese is too unselfish. There's nights where you're like, damn, shoot the damn ball. Like, stop passing up a shot, a good shot for yourself to get a bad shot for somebody else. Like, that is a thing. That's a real thing. Like, you not shooting the ball when you shoot a high percentage and you give it up to a guy who is not shooting a high percentage. And even though you're trying to be unselfish, that's not the best play. Like, that's not the play you should be making. And even today, like, I made the right play in terms of in the fast break, in transition, dropped a dime to a guy, but I understood that that guy can't catch balls and, like maneuver himself to get a layup. He's a guy that's unorthodox in a way. So it was actually like a bad play, right? Hit him in stride, hands just lost the ball. It's understanding your personnel. In the moment, I was like, damn, like it was more of an instinct thing, right? Like it's Tyrese's instincts to make that play. But sometimes the best play is for yourself to be a little bit more selfish and take that shot, right? Trying to give you guys that analogy. uh so I really do want to go over this. I know there's people in the comments. Jay says, White Dante with the clutch. Yep, board. Yep. Was major. But literally right before that, Dante had like 2 turnovers. HB had 2 turnovers. And I guarantee you they would have blamed Fox, which is insane, which is why I was tweeting that out. Canelo's DiVincenzo hustle is awesome, but his offense needs to be consistent. He's just taking awful shots. Like, he should not be taking these long 3-point shots. Like, he's not Buddy Hield. Like, let's be honest. He's not that type of shooter. He's never been that type of shooter. Yes, he has nice mechanics. Yes, the shot looks good, but like the aesthetics of the shot looks good, but it's not falling. So step in, swing the ball, attack the basket, use that 40-inch vertical to your advantage, and go from there, right? Watch the ball go in the net and then gain your confidence. I'm okay with that corner shot, which he's very good at when he's set, right? Swing, pass, shoot the ball. But when it's off the dribble, when it's super long on, either of the middle left or middle right, he just breaks out. Like he's airballed a ton of shots, and it's to the point where it's not a good miss. There are shooters that have good misses where it gives your guy a chance to offensive rebound. And his shots have been sporadic, erratic, and all over the place. That's not good, right? That's not good. Sorry. I'm super dehydrated. But cuz I mean I just finished hooping, but let's go over these comments. All right. It's crazy. All right. So let's see this, right? So we had this dude. I don't even know who this is. He said, Fox, to me, Fox is a ball stopper, only comfortable when he knows he's going to shoot it. Either drive against a triple team or step back. False. When a teammate draws a double and passes to him, false, because nobody before Sabonis would ever draw a double. Like, what are you talking about, Nick? He stops, allows the D to reset, and tries to go one-on-one. That's why he doesn't fit with the true point guard like Hallie. Right. Right, because the Kings never drew double teams from their big men. Like, what are you talking about? That's literally what I said in the beginning of the show. That's why he didn't work. You're right. You're proving my point. But you're lying in the same breath because there is no double teams. Like, well, there's double teams now because you have an ox, right? But before that, who would get double teamed? Harrison wouldn't get double teamed. And then Diego says, that's why we watch games and notice things beyond stat lines. And the fact is, Halliburton is much better and smarter than Fox. Cap. Big cap. Let's see. And then Wristpad says, nah, bro, if we kept Fox, y'all would have jumped to trade Halliburton bandwagon a year or two. That's also true. Kings fans are crazy. Kings fans are crazy. Okay, so uh, let's look at the actual tweet, right? It's crazy. This is insane. Uh, okay, here we go. So I said Fox finished with 26 points, 9 dimes, 6 rebounds. Can't wait to hear the Spurs suck argument. Fox came into the fourth with 7:45 left, tied game. We'll still hear the he doesn't make winning plays. I'm just tired of hearing that nonsense on social media. I said that. Okay. The man's hate to talent ratio is one of the most of any supporter base. Does a lot well, but people focus on what he doesn't do. The form he is in since his ankle return is comparable to all-star guards. Correct. Giraffe and Brewski hate Fox. El Lobo. 9 assists, 0 turnovers. 100%, Patrick. Everyone will see. Be rad. Here you go. Just sucks with that max contract. He has little value in the point guard heavy NBA. Empty stats on the losing team. Kings fans want wins and an all-star we can count on most nights. I'll get to that, but I love what Jim said. He said tired of the empty stats bullshit. Dejounte Murray just made an all-star. I just said that, team. Why is he beloved? Exactly. And I love Murray. Like, I love him. I literally just did a breakdown of him. You act like anybody could just go out and put up the numbers he does. Fox is one of the most consistent players in the entire NBA. He's not the problem. He's part of the solution. 100%, Jim. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Talk to them, man. Talk to them, bro. Crazy, man. Crazy. That's the shit I got to deal with, though. Like, oh, man. Like, that's crazy. Oh, why Dante is at least a good bench piece for us. The guy is mentally tough and can provide good energy if guys aren't trying. 100%, Derek. Like, I love Dante DiVincenzo. Love the kid. I'm just saying he's not Buddy Hield in the respect of shooting the basketball. Like, his best stretch was really good, by the way. I think he had about, I don't know, 25 games, 30 games where he shot about 42% with the Bucks. Obviously, playing with Giannis helps a lot, right? Chris Middleton, playing off those type of guys, going to get you a lot more open shots. But it's not like he's not getting open shots. Like, he's getting open shots with the Kings, with Sabonis, with Fox attacking. He's just not knocking them down at a consistent rate. But you're right. Defensively, kid's a monster. His anticipation skills, he just gets it. His IQ is off the charts defensively. He's tough as hell. I love him. Like, he should be starting. I said that from the very beginning. Like, they should start him, bring off night off the bench, and just go from there, right? So the starters would be Justin Holiday, Dante, Fox, Harrison, and the Ox, right? And then you just go from there. That's what I think, though. Blow says, what? Fox isn't true point guard, but 9 assists tells you different. Fox is one of who is getting double teamed. That helps his teammates. 100. I literally said that at the beginning of the show. Like, it's just hard because he's not a consistent three-point shooter. He's a bad three-point shooter. And when you play with Halliburton, who needs the ball in his hands, who's on the perimeter making plays, it's hard to play like that because you're not playing inside and out. Like, you're not cutting off of Halliburton. You're cutting off with Sabonis in the paint, right? Where he can find you in the high post. You can feed him, or feed him in the on the left or right block, and then cut off of that. And if you cut and he doesn't drop it off, now he has a wide open lane. And if they come with a second stunt on that double, kicks it out for open three. Like, it's there. It's there. It's now there. The Kings have two foundational pieces they can actually build on. Something that they did not have. I love Tyrese, and I'm just tired of talking about him. Like, I love his game. He plays the right way. But this team, and I get it, he loves Sacramento. I don't care. You know who hated Sacramento? Chris Webber. And guess what? Guy's a Hall of Famer. I don't care if you love Sacramento. Sheesh. Just because I love Sacramento, does that give me the right to play basketball on the King? Come on, man. Like, I get it. They've lost for 15 plus years. You want to feel a good story. You want a guy that wants to be here. I have never heard from any of my sources that Fox doesn't want to be here. Fox was exactly that guy first 3-4 years. First 3 years for sure. Made that Players Tribune video, which I posted just to remind you guys that he was Tyrese in year 2. He was the hot young kid with extreme potential, and then everybody just fell off the planet when he literally got better every single year, and then the organization failed him. They said, let's draft Marvin Bagley. They said, you're a rookie. Let's sign George Hill for $19 million. You know what? Let's sign Zebo for $14 million. You know what? Let's bring on Dwayne Dedman, Trevor Ariza, Corey Joseph to the roster. Let's bring a non-3-point shooter like Corey to play big minutes with De'Aaron Fox. Because somehow, magically, it's going to work. Let's just throw all these pieces together, even though we know they don't make sense, and hope that Fox elevates these mediocre players. Let's hope that he does it. That's the Sacramento Kings for you. That's the organization that has failed De'Aaron Fox until a few weeks ago when they pulled the biggest trade since Chris Webber. They finally made the right move. They found Fox, what Bagley was supposed to be, a big man with a lot of skill who makes others around him better. You can play through him. He can get you a bucket in the post. He can bring up the ball, facilitate. He can do it all, right? He's limited defensively. But you finally got a player that's as talented as him. That hasn't been done. The best big man he's ever played with is Rashawn Holmes. That's not a bad thing. The best wing he's ever played with is Harrison Barnes. That's not a bad thing. The best guard he's ever played with is Tyrese. That's not a bad thing. But those three players are very good role players. They're not all-star caliber players. Sabonis is that, and that's my rant. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the CK Podcast, Apple iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get it. Make sure you support it, man, because I keep it real all the time. That was for Instagram, by the way, because I'm going to clip that. Hey, man, I'm just speaking facts, though. Come on, man. Come on. Kings fans are just delirious after 15 years of stranded on a desert island. 100%. 100%. I'm with you on his offense. I love how he crouches the board. Facts. Yeah, start him. My respect for Fox is on another level right now because I know how important it is to have a guy who can score in traffic. That's a killer instinct. Thank you. Thank you. And people just they don't acknowledge that. Like, they overestimate, oh, that's what he should do. It's like, you know how hard it is to actually get buckets like that? Like, the level of difficulty of doing the shit that he does, like the circus stuff he does, like the circus finishes, they make it seem like he's supposed to do that, and yeah, duh, it's easy. It's just like, what? Like, appreciate his greatness, man. Like, again, he's not part of the problem. He's part of the solution. What? Sacramento has the most amount of serial killers come out of the area. That's why Kings fans talk crazy. Fox is still his third year, never got better. Fox is still in his third year, never got better. He literally got better last, like, He had an all-star year last year. What are you talking about? The role players just gotta hit shots now. Holiday got his shots. If he is shooting 17 shots, Lamb also looked lost. Lamb looks like he isn't really into it when he plays. I like Jeremy Lamb. Like I think Jeremy Lamb was a better TD if he's healthy, because Jeremy's always injured. It feels like, 'cause I feel like, back in the Charlotte days, and who was it before Charlotte though? Was it, well, obviously he was with Indiana, but I think was he with someone else? Forget. Jeremy Lamb is skilled, bro. Like, Jeremy Lamb is a scorer, and he's long. He's bigger than TD, right? I He does his job off the bench. He's gonna get you 10 points off the bench, and you like that's a good thing. um, yes, Fox needed help, and it looked like now the team played drained. I like Tyrese, but he got exposed when Fox was out. Yeah, he was dishing out assists and had 2 big games, but he can't take over that. He had the one good game, a crazy scoring game, right, against Philly. I would not bet on him doing that again. Like, no way. Just no way. Lamb was okay. So okay, I remember that now. I'm like, he played with somebody else. Lamb was legit wing, where TD is more like a 2. That too. That too. Uh, yeah, man. It's just, I don't understand the hate. I get it. Kings fans, 15 years no playoffs, losing team. Fox gets paid the most. He's on the max deal. It makes sense that they want to blame him, but sometimes you just gotta sit back, relax, watch the game, and actually pay attention to what is going on. And you would see that even last night, where they got blown out by 30 again, over exaggerated. They literally put the bench in with like 3 minutes left, and they ran up to score. And I was like, okay, would you feel better if they lost by 18? Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, they lost the game. Who cares? Move on. Be a goldfish, right? Ted Lasso. They were plenty of goldfishes today, and they played well, even with some adversity, which happens to everybody. Like, nobody cares in terms of NBA teams. Kings did their job. They were prepared. They were locked in, and they got the job done. Face some adversity in that fourth quarter. They were resilient. That is something that we haven't said in a long time. Like, this team is starting to build those habits. It's about the process, not the results. We understand, and there's people that, 8 games in, 9 games in, post trade. Oh, they're still losing. It's like, well, no shit. Like, they've had like 3-4 practices, if that. and you're not really practicing. So I get it. It's easy to get frustrated when you see a result. And this business is result oriented. I understand that. But it's been 15 years. What's another summer going to be, right? But to me, my choice is to build the habits and try and win every game. And to some, it's like, oh no, tank and get the right pick, or blah, blah. I can't do that, man. Like, it just doesn't fit my mind as a competitor. And if you tell those guys, Harrison Barnes, Sabonis, Fox, what, I'm gonna sit you guys because we're trying to get a pick. What message are you sending them? When in fact, I guarantee you, they believe that they can win these games. I don't know. There's like 15 games left. I don't know, 16 games left, right? These guys want to play these games because they finally feel good about themselves. They're finally starting to build something moving forward. You think the Suns cared? Obviously, different circumstance, but 8-0 in the bubble. That was like, oh shit. And Chris Paul's like, I can go there and like be the missing piece. Boom. Championship the following year. That was crazy. Like, that was the Kings. And made the right head coaching hire, right? That was important. Then they started to build good habits. That was important. They didn't make the playoffs, right? But it built some buzz, man. It gave them confidence going into the summer. Those things matter. Yes, they matter. Building habits in life matter. me starting to write down the monthly goals for this YouTube channel, right, which we failed in February, and I can read it to you guys right now. 4 CK podcasts, we did 5. So obviously that was good. 8 live post game shows like this, we only did 6. That's not good, right? 5 film breakdowns, I only did 4. That's not good. 10 NBA bets, only did 5, 6. That's not good. 4 NBA highlights, we got that. Two narration videos. That's a iffy line. Just say we got that because I did different type of videos. 2 watch parties, I did that. 10 YouTube shorts, did not do that. Like, it's important to visualize and like write these goals and build good habits. It's early in the year still for us humans, right? And the same concept goes here. Why would you want to send these fake signals, these losing signals, and be like, you know what? Just sit down, take it easy. Like, no, like I'm a professional. I'm getting paid millions of dollars to play this game. I want to play. That's simple. That's how I think about it. I mean, that's my opinion. I do understand the importance of, getting a high pick. It's a top-heavy draft. I get that. I think they're going to trade the pick. I think they're going to go after a guy like Bradley Beal. Obviously, there's some contract stuff there. If he opts in or if he doesn't, I think you trade Harrison Barnes, Rashawn Holmes, and 3 first-round, two or three first-round picks for Bradley Beal, and you take the biggest risk ever. Now you tell me Bradley Beal, De'Aaron Fox, and Sabonis don't get you somewhere? You have this one season to convince Beal and Sabonis, really, to say, I think we got something brewing here, man. Let's do it. Got this 1 year. Don't make the playoffs. Build some buzz. The following year, get those shooters around them, those 3-and-D guys, draft. Well, no, they're not going to have any picks. But that's how you build a team, man, especially when guys won't sign here. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there, putting it into existence. Hopefully, a year from now, I'm like, damn, let's reference back to that video. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. Gentry's not gonna cut it. No, he's not. I've been saying that even before he took the job. I was like, geez, please no. Honestly, I don't really want the Kings to aim for the play-in. I would rather they learn how to play with each other, get a good coach, and draft a shooter. We're kind of on the same line. But if they're playing well, they're gonna want to win games. Like, you can't tell them, like, you can't pull them and be like, oh, you're playing well. Let me pull you on the bench and sit your ass down so we can lose this game. You know what I mean? Like, that's tough. I think they played bad during the bubble because majority of the players had COVID like a week before the bubble started. Point is, Fox had the team playing winning basketball. Big facts. They were 7-2, and Fox was just killing it, right? People tend to forget those things because it's all about what have you done for me lately. This year, again, has been a rough year before the trade. Now he's back to where he was. And honestly, he's taking that next leap that we thought he would take at the very beginning of the season. But things didn't happen that way. For whatever reason. Maybe he came out of, camp not in the best shape, or his mind wasn't there. He got COVID and he dealt with a bunch of stuff, just like Rashawn right now. Like, he's dealing with a bunch of personal stuff. So that's all, man. Like, good win. They're back at it again. When is it? Saturday? Kings and Mavericks. They win that game, bro. We going to Medici's, man. We going to Medici's, bro. Come on. That's going to be a hell of a game. That's going to show me who they really are. Like, it's going to be a tough game. But they play well against Dallas for whatever reason. And, new looks, a bonus, better team. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Oh, man. I love you guys so much, man. Let's hit these monthly goals. Let's support every single video. Every time you watch an upload, man, hit the like button. Helps us out a lot. Every single time, man. Again, lots of work goes into this. It's 12:06. the premiere of the 2-minute drill, Apple TV, Bloomberg TV, on cable TV, Roku, wherever, premieres tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Would appreciate if you guys watch the show. I directed it. I went to LA for a week, and I've been editing every single episode. Right now, I'm editing episode 3. I finished episode 1, which premieres tomorrow. I already finished episode 2, which premieres next Friday. And then, obviously, every week, gotta finish it. It's a lot of work, right? Trying to manage, the client stuff, trying to manage the YouTube videos, and trying to manage, the TV show. It's a lot of damn work. Got a kid coming in July. Pray for that as well. That's pretty much it, man. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Giant Asian, my guy, gave you some love early in the show, man. This guy, I told him about you, bro. I'm like, Giant Asian's a beast. Like, his story's a beast. Sacktown legend, man. Jesuit, all types of schools, had a bunch of D1 scholarships. Guy's a freak athlete. Missed 2 years of basketball. It's like you didn't skip a beat. Like, this dude was guarding the most athletic dude out there, made it super tough on him. Still got scored on, but I mean, pretty much blocked the damn shot. All that, man. Like, shout out to my boy Giant Asian, man. Hopefully, I might need you this Sunday, as a matter of fact. Like, the more I'm thinking about it, because we're gonna have some bodies missing on Sunday. But hey, man, 4 p.m. We're facing a team named what the hell are they named, bro? Like, let me tell you guys the name of this damn team that we're facing. So the name that we're facing, let me see. Hold up, man. Hold up. Certified Lover Boys. That's their name. If we lose to a team named Certified Lover Boys, I quit. Man. It's going to be on YouTube, man. Shout out to Tyson. Tyson will be there recording. So, y'all watch the whole game. It's going to be fun. But other than that, man, that's going to do it, y'all. Thank you, guys. I'll see you mañana. Nah, I don't know yet. Saturday for sure. Peace.